You always want the right people with the right advice in your corner when it comes to legal matters. So that's why I'm here with our friends from Stewart Law, Brent and Elizabeth. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So I think the big question on everyone's mind, as soon as an accident happens, there's so many questions, but do I really need a personal injury attorney right after an accident? What's too soon?
I personally think it's never too soon, and there are various reasons for that. And that is because after a wreck, and I just mean a standard wreck, I don't mean a tractor trailer wreck, which is an entirely different situation. After a wreck, you're going to be asked to do a statement. I think it's always a good idea to get a lawyer with you before you file this, before you give them a statement to the insurance company. In South Carolina, a little bit less important than North Carolina, and I'm gonna let Elizabeth tell you a little bit about how fault works and why it's important in North Carolina.
So in North Carolina, if you are 1% at fault, you cannot bring a claim for injuries. And so a lot of times the insurance companies will try to get you to do a recorded statement early on, and it may sound like they're just asking questions about how it happened. What they're looking for is 1% at fault. So you need to have an attorney on the line to talk you through that and let you know if you even should do a recorded statement, because that's probably one of the first things they're gonna ask for.
I think people need to realize, so these recorded statements would seem innocent. The insurance company is being nice, but these statements are made for a reason. And I don't think the insurance companies just willy-nilly put everything down to ask you questions. I think that you need to realize that there were lawyers in years and years and years of experience doing recorded statements, all put together. I think these insurance agents are trained, because if they can get the right answers from you, they can find that 1%, which means they don't have to pay the claim. And 1% means you pay your damages, they pay their damages. So then what do you have? You have two people at fault. So what do the insurance companies get to do? Raise the rates in both directions.
Right.
So I think that the insurance companies put time and have lawyers behind these statements, and I think you need to do the same.
So Elizabeth, how can that one phone call make a real difference after an accident?
There's all kinds of ways that we get involved early on. You want to make sure you preserve evidence. So we get a letter out, right away, to the other side, making sure that we're preserving, cell phones, text messages, pictures, any videos, because a lot of times if you wait, that stuff can be deleted, it can be gone, and you can't get it back. If we can send a letter out to the other side immediately, preserve anything for you, I think that's one of the big reasons just to get somebody involved early on.
The spoliation letters are really important, because what they do is they create a situation where if somebody destroys evidence, then you can get a jury instruction read to the jury if it goes to trial that there is a presumption that the person that destroyed that evidence did so because it was against them. And so that means that if we get the letter out, you're protected if it's destroyed, but in most cases it lets us keep the evidence, and that can really go a long way in proving that you're not at fault or what happened in the accident.
So if we want to keep you safe, like I said, you want the right people with the right advice in your corner, and that's our friends at Stewart Law.
This segment of QC Life was sponsored by Stewart Law Offices.